Who would have thought it? Calendar week 40. 2 in the bush. Just in front of the big house, between the potager and the loft, there was one large patch of grass without a name. It takes a couple of hours to mow with the hand mower, and it reliably provides a huge amount of mulch, pig food and compost in grass clippings. It's very healthy, and I want to do something with it. Unfortunately, since I've been here, I've never had a clue what the thing, should be. To provide an excessive amount of privacy on the short end of it between the loft and the road, I planted a beech-tree wall. It should be possible for people to enter the loft without being able to see what lies beyond it. I'm going to be trimming that hedge this week. Now that it is 5 or 6 years old, it is time to start encouraging some form and bushiness to it. At the other end, there is a very large and impressive rhododendron bush. The planting and positioning of this mighty rhododendron is taken from a school of gardening philosophy to which I do not subscribe. This is where a grass but otherwise bare patch of ground is gradually, over the years, filled with stuff. In 1 year, the engineer of this chaotic mess is inspired by a bench, and a bench appears, most likely surrounded by daffodils or pansies. The next, a fascination with water, sees a cute stone well with a wood-effect gabled roof planted in an apparently random position. Before long, a central sod is dug up and transformed into an alpine rock garden, complete with mini pine trees and edelweiss. The rhododendron is inevitable, the rose patch probable, wind chimes a certainty, and for the creatively minded, a Joseph Beuys-inspired collection of driftwood and rusty metal will no doubt be artistically strewn somewhere prominent. It is a great thing to be able to pull from many sources to adorn a garden. But in my aesthetic, a garden should be a developing, coherent unit. Elements should connect with each other, and the effect of the garden is best as a complete unit of chapters, with stories and characters referencing each other to create a whole in the mind. For me, that is relaxing. A set of disconnected permanent units which occupy a single space without relation to each other is not. Which it brings us back to the roadie. It is impressive structure, but it looms alone and disconnected. It is a wall, an impenetrable mass which must be negotiated. It defies connection, separating all that is in this space into this side and that side of its heavy, lumbering ubiquity. I've had a plan for a while. To remove all the lower branches, allow the thing to float above the ground, let it transcend its opacity, and encourage light and air to move freely through it. And so I did. I think it's a magnificent triumph. The side of the garden previously defined as beyond the rhododendron from any angle of approach is now visible and teased. There is a sense of anticipation as we come towards it. Today it permits a glimpse of what is on the other side. We are connected with all parts of the garden through this living architectural plant, not gate kept from it. Admittedly, it looks a little like a bowl cut, but it will grow out, and the remaining ground-level growth is where branches have rooted. This week I'm going to cut them and transplant them to the very front of the barracks, where the cloak of opacity is a positive, desired feature. I think I've done a grand job. I think all rhododendrons should be styled and integrated into their space rather than occupying it, and I humbly offer my services as a cosmetic bush surgeon. This week all visitors have left. I grew quite close to one or two of them, and although I know they will be back, it is very obvious that the solitude is about to descend. The barracks opens again to visitors in about 7 months. Until then, it's pretty much just me and the pigs. Which reminds me, the pigeon left and flew home. This is a good thing, of course. She'd been making some little test flights and looking optimistically at the sky for a few days, and then she was off. Good luck, little bird. I will be harvesting potatoes, hoping that it doesn't freeze before our next few sunny days, and nailing some stuff to the tomato house. You lot out there be good to each other, and be kind. It's just people, you know. Mostly struggling with their own private thoughts, their own private struggles, and trying to keep their heads in the air. Pen pal letters are written. I shall get them to the postbox sometime this week. Your loving Pirate Ben. XO. XO.